Have you ever wondered why you promise yourself you'll study English tomorrow, but when tomorrow comes, you just scroll through your phone instead? It's not because you're lazy, and it's not because you lack talent. It is actually because there is a stranger living in your head, a stranger who holds the keys to your fluency, your career, and your dreams. Most of us ignore this person entirely, but today I'm going to introduce you to them. And once you meet them, the way you learn languages and the choices you make every single day will never be the same again. Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to dive deep into a concept that goes far beyond just memorizing vocabulary lists or grammar rules. We are going to explore the psychology behind why we do what we do, using insights from the incredible book Your Future Self by Hal Hershfield. We are going to look at language learning through a completely new lens. Usually when we sit down to learn, we think about our current struggles. I'm shy, I make mistakes, I'm tired. But I want to shift your perspective. I want you to realize that you aren't just learning for who you are today. You are learning for the person you are going to become. You are learning for your future self. The conflict, present versus future. Let's break this down. In psychology, there's a concept regarding the present self versus the future self. The present self is who you are right now listening to my voice. The problem is that the present self is obsessed with immediate comfort. It wants to relax, it hates waiting, and it prefers pleasure right now. On the other hand, you have your future self. This is you in a year, 5 years, or even 10 years. This version of you doesn't care about the immediate comfort you feel today. They care about stability, health, and success. They care about the ability to speak English fluently to get that promotion or travel the world. The conflict happens because these two versions of you often disagree. Your present self says, "I'm tired, let's just watch a movie in our native language." Your future self screams, "Please just study for 10 minutes so we can be confident speakers next year." The stranger effect. Hal Hershfield's research highlights a fascinating problem. For many of us, the future self feels like a total stranger. It feels like a different person entirely. And because we view our future selves as strangers, we don't feel responsible for them. If a stranger walked up to you and asked you to do an hour of hard work for them, you'd probably say no. But if your best friend asked for help, you'd say yes immediately. Because we treat our future selves like strangers, we prioritize our comfort today and leave the hard work for that other guy in the future. This disconnection is exactly why you're not fluent yet, and fixing this relationship is the key to unlocking your potential. Mental time travel. So how do we fix this? How do we stop treating our future self like a stranger and start treating them like a close friend? We use a technique called mental time travel. We can't physically travel through time, but our imaginations can. You need to vividly picture your life in the future. I don't mean a vague idea. I mean a clear, high-definition movie in your head. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. If you stay consistent with your English, who is that person? How do they stand? How do they dress? Imagine yourself in a meeting room or at a cafe in London or New York. Someone asks you a question. Watch your future self answer, calmly, clearly, and without hesitation. Look at the smile on their face because they understand every word being said. When you make that image vivid, when you can hear the strength in your future voice, you create an emotional connection. Suddenly, skipping your practice today feels like letting that person down. It stops being about grammar drills and starts being about helping that specific person succeed. Future self continuity. This brings us to the concept of future self continuity. This is the scientific term for feeling that the you of today and the you of tomorrow are the same person on one long timeline. When you have high continuity, you make better decisions. You save money, you eat healthier, and you study more consistently. You realize that every minute you spend engaging with English today is a direct gift to your future self. It's an act of kindness. Think about it this way. If you neglect your studies today, you are handing a burden to your future self. You are making their life harder.
But if you put in just 5 minutes of work, reading one paragraph, learning one idiom, you are building a foundation for them. You are saying, I got you. I'm helping you.
This mindset shift allows us to play what is called the long game. In the world of YouTube, you see titles promising impossible things like how to learn English fast in 30 days. That is the short game. That appeals to your present self who wants instant results. But when you don't become fluent in 30 days, you feel like a failure and you quit. The long game is different. The long game understands the power of compounding. Just like interest in a bank account, small actions add up over time. If you learn just one sentence today, it might feel insignificant, but if you do that for a year, that's 365 sentences. That is massive progress. This approach builds emotional stability. When you are playing the long game, forgetting a word or having a bad speaking day doesn't make you panic. You don't feel hopeless because you know that fluency isn't about one big effort. It's about thousands of small efforts accumulated over time. Delayed gratification. This requires delayed gratification. This is a big term that simply means waiting for a better reward later instead of taking a small reward now. Many language learners lack patience. They want the reward now. But by understanding the psychology of language learning, we know that the brain needs time to absorb patterns. When you choose to study for 10 minutes instead of scrolling through social media, you are practicing delayed gratification. You are sacrificing a tiny bit of fun now for a massive amount of pride and capability later. You are being gentle with your future self. You are ensuring that when they arrive at that future meeting or that future trip, they are prepared. So, here is the reality. Your future self is not far away. They are not a fiction. They are real and they are waiting for you. They are living in the results of the choices you make right now in this very moment. Don't ignore them. Don't treat them like a stranger. Use your imagination to see them. Use your kindness to help them. And use small, repeatable actions to build the skills they will need. Every time you open a book, listen to a podcast, or speak out loud, you are sending a message to the future. You are saying, I am building something better for you. I hope this perspective helps you find a deeper, more sustainable motivation for your English journey. If you found value in this video and want to support your future self, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that lights up your learning. This is English Glow, signing off.